let me know. I've got all kinds of gubbins trying to make the microphone work. A hearse, says someone. Well, it'd be fun, wouldn't it? Please not a Zafira, going to be a Belingo. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Am I live? Hello? I know. I'm late. Here we go. Haha. So, can you hear me, people? Yes and yes. Yes. Excellent. Super, we are underway. Mr. Kitch, stop sending me messages on Messenger. I'm concentrating on my live. Ooh, is that it? Ooh, could that be it? We just don't know. So yeah, hello everyone. There's over 200 of you already. Many of you. I don't think this is going to be too long because it's quite cold and I'm not dressed for it. I wasn't meant to be this late. It's been one heck of a day. Train breakdowns, coaches that then got me to the train station just as the next train was leaving. It's been, yeah, the actual collection caper video should be quite amusing. So, and technology issues as well. So I've been trying to record stuff on the phone today, and I'm on the phone now. I don't have a gimbal, so if it's a bit shaky, I'm a bit sorry. So what are people guessing? What have I bought? Please not a Fiat, not a Fiat, not a Porsche. These guesses are all incorrect. Nope, none of those. Austin Allegro, that'd be nice. Lots of welding, no comment. Who was that? Someone just did a super chat, I think, or joined as a member. Oh, Nigel Rudd just saying hello. He is a member and has been for 19 months. Thank you very much, Nigel, for being a channel member. And lots of people who are channel members as well. So thank you, folks. Belingo, everyone thinks Belingo, probably something French. I can tell you it is not French. This is major headline news. 591 people now. Good grief. The chat is flying along. Someone says Holden. We'll come back to that one. Ford C-Max, no. Buick, interesting. American, sort of. So some of you may be able to work it out from that. If I say sort of Holden, sort of American. We'll see if anyone comes up with that one. Hello, Miss Hubnut, she's keeping an eye on things, which is good. There's no way I can keep up with these messages. They're pinging in at a ridiculous rate. Yep, no pressure. 700 now, gosh. This is really flying along. Yeah, Ford Falcon. I overtook one. A Ford Falcon FGX hearse, which is quite nice. Vauxhall Sintra. Would love to try one if I could find one. Yeah, lots of excitement. Wow, so many people. Over 101 likes, and I haven't even revealed it yet. Maybe that'll go down in a minute. Chevrolet Epica. I was chatting to someone in Australia about Epicas this morning, where they were sold as a Holden. Someone else says Sintra, Galaxy, Zafira. All these are very sensible ideas. Chevrolet Money Pit. Yeah, oh wow. A Tesco trolley. Well, I'm at a supermarket after all. PT Cruiser. No, let's never speak of PT Cruisers ever again. How much work is needed on it? Hopefully not too much. It's driven about 50 miles so far, 50, 60 miles I think I've covered. Please be a Volvo. Not a Volvo. Toyota Space Cruiser, there was one for sale. I was very, very tempted. And 832 now, wow. Pontiac, Ford Crown Vic, Monaro, wow, these are all excellent guesses, but I don't think anyone has got it yet. Oh gosh, these are coming in, I can't read. These are just scrolling in so quickly. Oh, sorry, the rolling troll. I've held everything up. Well, we've got 877 people now, which is an insane amount. Nigel Rudd, thank you very much for doing the super chat there. That's very kind of you. No. Haha. Someone has correctly identified it. I wonder if it was the clues that gave it away. This was a car built in no fewer than 3 different countries. And in the European market, 2 different versions were built in different parts of the world. Oh, what the hell? We've got 957 of you. I think that will do. Let's have a reveal. Come and look at this, people. It's a Toyota Camry Estate with the twin rear wipers. Yes. This is one of the most exciting collection capers I've done, which is why I thought we might as well do this as a live reveal. I'm sorry if the camera is shaking. I'm that excited. And over 1,000 now. So yeah, hello. It's not as pink as it looks under this light. It's actually a metallic red. It's a sort of nice winey sort of red colour. So yeah, this is it. This is my Toyota Camry. I have paid a lot of money for this car by my standards. £2,000 I've paid for this vehicle. Hugely grateful to Oscar. You know who you are, because you actually sent me a link to this car yesterday when I was just despairing about finding a decent car. And yeah, I did. I found one of my all-time dream cars. It looks a bit like an Allegro estate, I suppose, but yeah, the most important bit. Oh, and I need to do a test. I haven't actually tested to see whether there is a triangle of doom on the rear wipers. I can't imagine there would be, but there might be. But yeah, it's a V6, 3 litre. This is the side that actually has a bit of rust. There's a bit of bubbling here, and a little bit around here as well. In fact, that seems to have got worse on the drive. Excellent. But otherwise, I think it's all right. And it seems to drive very, very nicely. 2 wipers on the back, yeah. So, yeah, I would try and show you inside, but it's very dark. I'll try and put the map lights on. And the steering wheel's upside down. That's just because that's the way I've parked it. Lovely, sort of comfortable, slightly firm velour seats. There's fake wood on the dashboard. I'm going to jump in. It's actually warmer in here. Nice quality. It's not rear wheel drive, front wheel drive. Oh, thank you very much, Shane. There you go. Shane Marsh has just donated £10. I might spend that on new rear wiper blades. But yeah, we've got the fake wood because it's a fairly late one. This is in 1996. 4-speed automatic was standard, I believe. And yes, the interesting fact is the estates were built in Kentucky, America, and the saloons were built in Japan. But both saloons and estates were made in Australia, and I think the New Zealand market ones, initially Japanese, were also made in Australia. 49k, that's up to 55k now, Craig. It's 55,000 miles. I've got history and MOTs going back to confirm that. I'm a little bit dubious about some of the service history for reasons I'll go into another point, but yeah, it drives nicely. Wiper test, yeah, we need to try that. I don't think we can see the rear wipers in here, but let me get the key and we'll fire her up. And here we go. Smooth. It does a lovely sort of revvy noise when you just fire it up. I think the exhaust is blowing. Yeah, that exhaust is blowing quite badly, I think. But I'm going to see rear screen wash. Hopefully that's screen washing. I can't actually see. It's got a really bad window tint on the back. But here we go. Look at that. And there's good overlap. There is no triangle of doom. And the screen wash does work. That's good. The front screen wash does not work. A fun fact for you is they swapped those wipers over on right-hand drive to left-hand drive. So yeah, there we go. Let's make sure they're parked. Oh, and they have. So I finally acquired a car with 2 rear wipers. Over the moon. Let's just listen to that noise again. Yeah, the back box is definitely blowing a bit, I think. But yeah, the only thing that isn't working I've found so far is the front screen wash. So I'll have to have a look at that. That's an MOT failure, and this time of year you really need it. I've got a bottle of water with me, so that's good news. But yeah, I'm very, very, very excited. And thank you for all coming along and being a part of it. Engine should be rock solid. It's rust and electrics that are a bugger. Interestingly, when I first got in it and turned the engine on, the speedometer went up to 80 miles an hour. It hasn't done that since. So yeah, some quirks, as you'd expect. But yeah, it's really, really nice. I like it. I'm going to try and catch up with some comments now. It'll empty his wallet in no time. It's about 20 gallons to the mile. I don't think it's that bad. I've done 50 miles and the fuel gauge hasn't moved yet. It did cost about 60 quid to fill up though. What a funny looking Berlingo. Yes, yes, it's very me. I went out to get a Berlingo, or maybe a Peugeot partner, slightly larger. Sorry, not partner, the expert, and ended up with this. But I mean, honestly, how could I possibly say no? And I'm just going round the back again. I would just never tire of this view. Ah, magnificent. Which engine has it got? Oh, which engine blows up, is it? Or when the engine blows up, can you stick a Lexus V8 in it? I don't think that would be very easy because this is front wheel drive. And I think that confused the Aussies a bit. They prefer their rear wheels driven. But I have to say, to drive, I think it's probably a bit better than Betty. I'm allowed to say that. It hasn't quite got the effortless waft. The engine does like to rev a little more. But yeah, the obvious question then is, why wouldn't you go for a Lexus? I've had a Lexus. It was a bit too big, and an estate is more practical. We could have a look in the boot, couldn't we? I don't know what you'll see, but yeah, it's very, very beige in here. You'll notice the seat belts. It is the full 7-seater, so we can just chuck the hublets in the back and say goodbye to them. And yeah, it should be nice and practical. Get a fair bit of stock in there for the socials, I should think. Plenty of room for the kids and dogs. Tell you what would look good on the roof. A massive spoiler, says Christopher Williams. Where could we find one of those? Well, the multiple is still stuck at my house, but I have now found the key. So that's good. Bought with heart and excitement. Yeah, brains left the decision. Not entirely. It's a practical family wagon, surely. Look at it. I mean, even the wheel trims are fresh. Look, there's not a scratch on them. Tyres are fairly new. It's had the cam belt replaced back in May. It's had rear brake pipes replaced. The previous owner has spent about 700 quid on this car this year. So yeah, and solid wheels, yeah, they're steel wheelies. Or just steelies. There's a little bit of curbing there, but remarkable. There is a bit of crash damage here. It's had a brush against something at some point, which is a bit of a shame. But I say that, we're going to be using this as a family wagon, so if it was absolutely immaculate, I'd be petrified. Please remove the tint. I think I probably will. I don't think the tint suits it at all, to be honest. It just makes it look even more hearse-like, I think. Not London friendly. I don't live in London, so I don't care. What's the mileage? 55,000 miles is the mileage. Finally, who have bought a reliable car? We'll find out. Power aerial? Oh, yes. Will the stereo turn on without the key? Oh yes, baby. It sounds like it could do with a bit of lubrication, and it's slightly bent. So it's obviously hit something at some point, but it does work. Right, we'll turn that off because I haven't been listening to the radio. I'm still in Whamageddon rather. I haven't heard Last Christmas yet, so yeah, I'm hoping very much to survive and not do that, so I'm not listening to the radio. What's the brake horsepower? I was thinking about this on the way here, and I haven't had a chance to look it up. I've no idea. I would guess probably around the Fairmonts, 211, somewhere around that, 210 brake horse, probably. Lubrication, eh? Indeed, good old lubrication. Maybe a bit too much money. The thing is, you don't see these come up for sale at all. So to find one that's under 100,000 miles is, yeah, I mean, very, very rare. A gas guzzler. Well, yeah, you can't get a diesel one, I'm afraid. You could get a 2.2 litre 4-cylinder. That is reputedly the strongest engine. And, but I like the sound of a V6. I'm trying to keep up with these. Lots of people saying there's different power ratings from 180 up to about 218 brake horsepower. What car did you bring to collect it? I didn't. I took the train, and the train broke down, so it's been an ordeal. This wasn't meant to be a live reveal when I'm still quite a long way from home, and yeah, it's dark. That's not ideal. Just look at that car some more. Mini Hubnut says it needs a Japanese name. Yeah, well, we can try and find one, can't we? Can you vlog on the way home? No, because I live in Wales. What year is it? 1996. That's the last year of these XV10 Camrys. And yeah, I mentioned they were made in Kentucky, but they were also sold in Australia as the Holden Apollo. So you could walk into a Holden dealership and buy a Toyota. A slightly peculiar set of affairs, but there we go. 185 brake horsepower, everyone's moving. Where are you all getting your comments from? They're all different. Greetings from Selly Oak. Oh my gosh, my aunt still lives there. Used to be a lovely bus garage in Selly Oak, and that's where Bob, my Citroen specialist friend, was based. Poor Bob. Tow bar, yeah, that'll take the fuel economy down even more. Does it have a name yet? No. Godzilla is Japanese. Okay. It's weird how they made them in Australia. Yes, the Cavalier Mark II Estates were also made in Australia, but Toyota had quite a factory there. Their Kentucky factory is apparently their largest factory in the world. The biggest Toyota factory is in America, and that's where this car was built. Oh, DFTR Automotive in the house. Hello, DFTR Automotive. Currently welding up Giselle, and at some point they might be welding up this as well. It looks good underneath, but that back arch is a bit harder to get a paint match on metallic red though, isn't it? Will it tow a caravan? Shut up. We don't need questions like that. Need to check when cam belt was done this year. It's had 2 cam belt replacements in its life, so that's good news. Cheers from Israel. Hello, we sent some merchandise to Israel recently. Hi from Germany. Hello, we wish we could send merchandise to Germany. We need to try and work out what's going on. Thank you, Mark Patrick Norris, sorry. Have a cup of tea on me. I certainly will when I get home. But yeah, all good stuff. So there we are. This is a new car. I don't really know what else I could say really. So I have won Whamageddon. Yay! Leo's out as well, so that's good times. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to look at? I could try and show you under the bonnet, but I'm not sure how well you'll see. Let's give it a go. This is all live, people. The joy of live. I'm amazed the technology is actually working. I'm quite pleased. Trying to keep up these comments. They're flying in. Jay, thank you very much. T and Vicky's contribution there. How many cup holders? Oh no, we better go and have a look in a moment. But first, people will want to see the engine bay. We've got struts. And there you are, it's all in shadow. So there's a V6 engine in here. There's some slightly dubious coolant marks over there, but we can't see those, so they are not a worry if you can't see them. And there's a slight leak from this cam cover gasket straight onto the exhaust. That smells a bit iffy. But yeah, it's all good. All good. It's all good. It's fine. What did we wanted cup holder report, didn't we? This could be disappointing. This is an era before cup holders were really a thing. We got a little parcel shelf or drinks and food shelf there in the glove box lid. But otherwise, I don't think there are any. No, you've got an ashtray. That's how old school this is. It has an ashtray. And in the back, it's just got an armrest. There don't seem to be any cup holders. Oh. This is not the best family car you could buy. Where am I now? I don't know if I want to say where I am now, because it'd be live and people might descend upon me. And I've got to get home. I haven't been home yet. I've just had a baguette from Greg's for dinner. Oh, Miss Hubnut says give it back. She's not happy about the situation of cup holders. Does it have the overdrive? No, it's just a straight 4-speed with power mode and torque converter lockup. Please tell me it's narrow Berlingo. Oh, people are tuning in. You haven't even seen it yet. Well, for all you new people, let's jump out and reveal the majesty of the Toyota Camry XV V6. Not as pink as it looks. And for those who are unfamiliar with Camrys and haven't yet experienced the excitement, yes, there are 2 rear wipers, which helps take your mind off the rear lights, which I don't think are the happiest aspect of this car. There's a lot of character in that back end, I think. So 1995ish, it's 96, last year of production. Mic unplugged, sorry. Everyone's saying that. Is it still working? I've got a connector into a connector into a connector, so hopefully I'm still coming through nice and quickly. No, not a detachable stereo, please don't steal it. At least it's not a Berlingo. Haha. I would have really liked a Berlingo, but trying to find a nice one proving quite difficult. Oh gosh, there's so many comments. Keep them short, folks, because they're flying in. I can't keep up with them. Sounds better, editor the mic anyway. I don't understand that one. Does radio work? It does. I'm not listening to it because of Whamageddon, but apparently I've won, so I can listen to it. Mic gives a buzzing. Yeah. Well, I could try taking the mic out. And now we're just on the phone. Oh, JJ Williams, thank you very much from Solihull, home of Land Rover. Diff lock, there is no diff lock. Road tax is almost £300 a year. Yikes. So yeah, here we go. We're only, thankfully there's not much wind, so I can do it without the mic. So there we go. Yeah, there is a hint of Toyota Picnic about that back end. And has it got the original dealer plates? I think it has. Let's check the front one. Yes, it has. Burton Toyota. And it's slight crack on it. That's a shame. I have to keep an eye on that. The service history, the first 6 years, full main dealer service history. Although that was only up to about 26,000 miles, because it's still only got 55 on it. It's the V6, Chris, over in New Zealand there. Please get rid of the rear tints. Yes, everyone's saying that, and I think we will have to. Unplugged is better. Excellent. Chris approves. Thank you very much. Over in New Zealand. Chris is one of the owners of Betty over in New Zealand. Will you work the front bumper? I do need to sort it out, don't I? It's not the pretty side, that scraped side. It is a big old car. I had to squeeze it through a tiny gap to get this through, to get out of the dealership. So yeah. What's its MPG? No idea. I'm hoping for 30 on a run. Around town it's going to be abysmal. You have a flat. I better not have a flat. I think my tyre pressure's good, aren't they? Is that good tyre pressure? That does look a bit squishy. Maybe I will go and give him a check before we depart. We're all good this side. Yeah, it's fine. It's lovely. So bigger than Betty? I don't reckon so. I reckon the footprint is probably about the same as Betty, but Betty isn't a very useful shape. Front screen washers maybe just disconnected. Yeah, I can't hear the pump, so I think the pump's probably dead. So it'll be all right. What kind of dealer was it? It was a dealer that I had grave concerns about, to be honest. Some of the feedback online, there was one bloke who was threatening to punch the seller at some point because the car had gone badly wrong, but he had sold them. So I was quite scared today. But all this will be in the collection caper video that will come up at some point. I'm going to say thank you to anyone else who has donated via the super chats. We're up to £79, and people who've donated, thank you very much. It's just I can't keep up with these comments. Does it have a spare tyre? Good question. Just imagine all the merch. Yeah, you get plenty in there. Air conditioning, does it work? It does. You press the button, the revs go up, and freezing cold air comes out, so that's good. Another storage space. Yeah, this probably needs about 2 small car spaces in the barn. I need a bigger barn because I don't really want to get rid of this. I love it. Keys and books, yes, got all the keys and books, got the service history. Because of data protection, I can't get that out because it's full of addresses and stuff like that. But have you missed the walk around? Yeah, we've had a bit of a walk around already. Post-purchase pondering, oh, we'll do plenty of that. Does it have override? Is that the overdrive? The gearbox is just a straight 4-speed auto with torque converter lockup, and there's a power and economy mode. Glove box, it has a glove box. How many cubby holes? A few, not as much as a Berlingo with the overhead storage. How many cars do you have now? Well, technically we're on 12 at the moment because the Multipla still hasn't departed, but I have found the key, so that can now go. Whoa. I take it this is now the only car you own without rust. Oh really? Oh really? No, we got rust. We got bubbles in a few places, including around my twin rear wipered rear windscreen. So yeah, it's not perfect. Will it run on E10? I have no idea whatsoever. Electric aerial we've already done. Nice indicator noise, it's all right. It's right hand indicators, just like Betty. Power mode is quite good. Yeah. Whoa, 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 things are flying past again. 12-stack stereo system work for all the CDs. I didn't know it had one. I'll have to see if I can find that. Rust is part of Hubnut. It is. Did I get rid of the multiplayer? Multiplayer is not gone yet. It is sold. I've had money for it, but it hasn't gone yet. It is a 7-seater Camry. Is it even a car if it doesn't have rust? Well, quite. Peter Barrett, thank you very much over there in America. That's very kind of you. Hope it's a smooth ride home. It does seem to ride and drive very well. So, yeah, it's been pleasing me so far. People must be walking past wondering what on earth I'm doing in a supermarket car park, holding my phone up and talking. And what I'm actually doing is broadcasting all around the world that I've bought a new car. Isn't the world a strange place? No name yet. Why have you had a V6? Because it was a V6 that was for sale rather. And I've got lots of little cars. Thanks Blokey Face, thanks Classic Britain. Yeah, so it won't be the best, but we got little cars for doing little economy things. All these comments are so quick. Will Miss Hubnut have a go? I blooming hope so. Colin? No, I don't think Colin's a name. It needs to be a bit more Japanese than that, doesn't it? Headlamp washers? No. It is lacking the headlamp washers, but it does have 2 rear wipers. So, there you go. So Hubnut. I think it is very Hubnut. So, yeah, it's all of the good times, I think. But I'm going to wrap this one up because I still need to get home. I'm a long way from home. Thank you very much. FKD Lady. That's quite the name. And, yeah, I've got to sort of get back to the other side of Wales. I've only just crossed the border, really. So that gives you a clue as to where I am. How many left in the UK? Not many. I mean, these just don't come up for sale at all, do they? So, yeah, thank you for coming. We'll go and finish around the back end, I think. And thanks for being a part of this live stream. There will be a more detailed look around this car once we actually have some of that daylight stuff that's in short supply at this time of year. Where did I see it advertised? On Facebook, and someone sent me a link. So thank you to that person. Jagman, thank you very much. And no drifting. Well, it would be quite hard. It is front wheel drive, so I think I should be all right. And thank you, Robert Brink, good to see you as well. And yeah, Nadolig Llawen to you, Finley. That's Merry Christmas in Welsh. A Blwyddyn Newydd Dda will soon be time for as well. Happy New Year. So yeah, off I go. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you in a future video where we shall do some more perving at these delicious rear wipers. Farewell. Oh, how do I stop it?